Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing okay today. So today we are going to be starting a new series where I'm going to take you through the process that I do take every time I start a new company. Now, if you know me, that's quite often. So this is also the first video that I'm going to have my face in it and also recording. So just so I know when I need to put the video onto the thing, let me just sort out the recording over here. So the first step we're going to do is what I always do first, is the Discord server. So let me just quickly load up Discord on my PC.
How many things can I get for under $24 this week at CVS? Let's go couponing and
I have no clue, into some random YouTube shorts. Let me open up Discord. So yeah, we're going to go through and make the Discord server first in today's video. Then in the next episode, we will talk about branding and getting a website and domain, which is always important. And possibly we'll also get some other things as well. So let me just do this. Hang on. Just loading up Discord. I've just got to log on to it because I'm using web today, because then it's easier for me in the long run. Okay, right. Let me hit the... No, hang on, I need to resize the thing. There we go. Right, now hit recording. So, what we're going to start off by doing is scrolling down and hitting the add server button. And we're just going to name it now. Let's just call it, So what we need to think about quickly is what type of game we want to make. So let's make a let's make a Rose Store shop game. So let's just call it Rose Store server. Click enter. Now we've done that, we can now get into the next step, which is making the roles, which I always do first, because that then means once I've done the roles, we can do the what's it called, server permissions properly. So we're going to go into the roles bit and then click create role. Once we click the create role, we can then name the role. So this is going to be the first role. So this will be like Chief Executive Officer. Executive Officer. Now, it's up to you if you want to do some role colours now or later on. What I do is I don't do role colours on the specific roles. I do it on the permission roles. More on that in a little bit. So we're going to do Chief Executive Officer, Chief Operations Officer. We're then going to also do Chief Marketing Officer. This is so we can get like branding and stuff done by one person instead of like many people doing it. I feel like having a marketing team is quite important. Next, we're just also going to have a I think we'll do board of directors. No, let's change that actually to executive directors. Makes them sound a bit more formal instead of board of directors. We're just going to click the save button now as we finish all the leadership roles. Now let's do head office. So let's do head corporate, senior corporate, and then junior corporate. So these are the roles that will basically work in departments. So head corporate will be one person, and they will be in charge of all the corporate team members. Then the senior and junior corporates will be all put into a department. So whether that be public relations, marketing, support, operations. Those are the 4 departments I will be using today. Well, in this series. We're also then going to just add a corporate intern. Now this role will be for someone who's working their way up into the corporate team but isn't quite in the team yet, so they won't be given in the department, but they'll just be given a few extra responsibilities. Now again, now we've finished all our head office roles, we're just going to click the save button so we know as we go through everything is saving. Now we're going to go on to the next bit, management. Management is always important, so we're going to do area manager, store manager, deputy store manager, store supervisor, and deputy store supervisor. Again, let's just click save before we start talking. So those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roles are the roles where basically they will host shifts for us and they will basically keep the game active. As well as all the roles above, they will keep active as well. However, these roles will mainly have their requirements to be host sessions. Let's move on to the supervisor's role. So we're going to do we're going to do management intern. So this is a supervisor role because they have basically the same permissions as the ones that we're about to do. However, they are just about to go into management. Now, you may be asking, so why isn't corporate intern a management role and instead of a head office? Because that's just how we do it. I don't really have a reason. It's just how I do it. That's how I've always done it. So we do management intern, senior team leader, junior team leader, and then just team leader. Let's hit save. So these team leaders are the ones who will help co-host shifts, and they will also be in charge of areas during shifts. We'll learn more about what they do later in the series when we talk more about what they will be doing in the shifts. Now let's work on to just the staff workers. We're gonna have senior team leader, junior, not team leader, team member, junior team member, trainee team member, and let's just click save. So then there we go. Those are all the staff roles we will have. And I'm going to add one more onto this, which will be security. Now security, I'm just going to put just above trainee team member. Now the reason I've done that is basically because trainee team member you apply for. Security, we're going to make it a game pass. So this is how we will get money during Roblox. Now let's just quickly do the next role. So we'll do what should we do, guys? So we need to think of branding. So I've already got the branding in my head, but I'm not going to reveal that quite yet. So we're just going to call this Customer Plus. So that's just like their club card or subscription type thing. And then we'll just do customer. Okay, so that is that done. Now let's go on to the next bit, which is the permission roles. This is what I was talking about earlier. So the first one I make is leadership. Now I normally would put in like leadership team, but I'm not going to today. So we'll do leadership, head office, management, supervisor, and then lastly staff. And let's just click save. Now this is where we'll put in the colours and the permissions. So with leadership, what I'd like to do is I do like to just give them all administration perms. Because if they're in your leadership team, you need to have the trust and confidence that they will work well in the team. Now, it's a bit different from head office. You could do view channels, manage roles, create and manage expressions, view audit logs. Now, manage webhooks is one I would never ever give to head office team members, because these are the people that you don't personally hire. They either get promoted into that role or someone in your leadership team hires them. Now, with that perm, they could then raid the server. Now, I'll speak a bit more about that when we go on to moderation and stuff. But for my personal preferences, I don't like giving that one. Or manage server, because those can both mean they could mess up the server, which I don't really want after I spent time making it. But moving on, we do like them to create invites, because that means they can invite their friends, family, etc. Change nickname. So that means they can change their own. But also manage nicknames, meaning they can change others if needs be. Now I let them kick, I let them time out, but I do not let them ban people, because that's leadership's job. If we need to ban someone, we'll do it through the leadership team. Moving on to the text channel permissions. You got send message, send messages and threads, create threads and private threads. All of those I always tick, because you never know when they'll be needed. Embedded links, I love ticking that one. Now I know some people don't, because it can get annoying, but these people might need to embed a link, and I quite like it. Add attach files, again, that is needed. Add reactions, and then the next two. Some people don't like it, but I do. Using external emojis and stickers. I like to see what other people's servers they're in. See how creative they are. It's also because if they're custom, it means we can also get inspiration. Manage messages, I will do. Pin messages, bypass slow mode is a new thing Discord have just added by the things of it, because I've never seen this one before. Now I'm going to tick that one, because what if head office need to deal with a situation? They won't be bypassing, slow mode. Manage threads and posts, and then read history, send text to speech messages. I don't really know what that means, I just like to tick it. Send voice messages, create polls. Now the next ones, voice ones, I don't really do much with. I just tick the first three half the time. And then scroll down a tad and do these ones. Now these ones I always tick. Don't really know what they mean. I just tick them. And then manage the events. Now let's just click save. So then we don't have any issues down the line. Now, management. Management is a bit different. Let's just go to the top. Let's do view channels, create and change their own nicknames. Now, I don't do any of these for them. They can post these, embed links, add files, thingy, and reactions. Now, I don't know if I did that one. Yeah, so I forgot to do the mention thingies. Now, I don't tick it for management, but in the role, like in a specific channel, if they need to, I will do that. I think that is all. Then we just need to tick read message history, send text to speech messages, send voice messages, and create polls. Tick the top 3, and that is it for management, really. And then we just click save. Next up, we've got supervisor. So we're going to work upwards this time, so it's done a bit quicker. So first 3, last 4 of these. These ones are always good. Create invites. Now when it gets to supervisor, they don't really need to change their nickname, so I don't let them, because that will all be done by ROBLOX link, which we'll add on later in the series when we get down to the server bots and creations, because we're also going to create our own custom bot. I think that's just the last one. Awesome. Now with staff, it's quite simple. You just click view channels, scroll down, enable the most important ones in this bit. Scroll down a bit more and then just tick these ones. And these were free. So that's all the permission roles now done. Now I could just leave it like that, or we could put them in order. So leadership would go up to there. Click save. Now I always click save as soon as I move a role, because Discord can glitch out sometimes and put it back to where it used to be. So just to make sure that doesn't happen, I always just do it like that. Right, that's all the roles technically done now, but we've missed a few steps. So in each role, just make sure you click the display role members separately from online members. It just makes it look more neat. Now, if you don't want to do it each individual role, you could just do it as the permission role we did. But I like to do it all individually. So let's just quickly speed run that quickly. And then we can move on to the role colors, which I like to just do the permission ones, but you can choose to do each individual role. It is completely up to you. Now, as you can see, I'm skipping like the permission roles as a display separately because they don't need it like that. Let's just click save to save our process. It might take a little longer because we've done so much. So let's just wait a few seconds. There we go. So now let's just quickly run through the role colours. Now the branding colours we'll be using are orange and blue. So let's do for leadership a nice orange. That colour looks good. For head office. Oh no, wrong button. Oh no, wrong button. That orange looks good. How many we got left? 3. So we'll do this one. Also an orangey colour, which will probably go with that. So those are those 3. And then for supervisors, we'll do that blue. That blue. And for customers, it'll be the same colour. So we'll just copy that and put that in there. Okay, so now all the roles are done. We can now move on to the channels, which I think is my favourite part. So let's get rid of this quickly. First of all, we need to just quickly enable enable, Jesus Christ, guys. Enable community. Get started. Verify email. Scan media content from all members. Just tick all that, tick all that. I agree and understand. Finish that up. There we go. That's all done now. So to start off with, let's just delete all these current categories that we do not need and all the channels. Right. These two, Discord automatically add when you do what's it called? Enable community. So let's start off with information. Now let's go. Let's create all the channels first. Information. Now rostore.co.uk. We'll obviously change that to the server name shortly. Then customer engagement. Then we'll have community area, staff area, management area, head office area, and then we'll have leadership area. Now you can see I accidentally added a hashtag there, so we'll just edit that and remove it. Then we just need to add one more support ticket. So that is all the categories now made. So first move we'll do is move that one into there and just click sync, and then we'll rename this to About Us. Then we'll add a announcements channel and call that news. It may take a few seconds. Then just a normal text channel. We'll do development, careers, support, and that'll be all for that bit. Moving on to the rostore.co.uk one, we'll do shifts. It may take a few minutes to load. Trainings, events. Then we'll also add partnerships, polls, and we'll also add reaction roles. Customer engagement, we'll add question of the day. We'll move partnerships and events into that one, because I forgot we were doing that one, as well as polls. Then we can leave that one how it is. Community area, we'll just add lounge, media, bot commands, then show your work, so they can show their creations they've done. Then we'll also add suggestions and bug reports. Moving on to the staff area, we need to do staff information, staff news, we'll do staff HR. Now to do that you just use underscores. Then staff lounge, staff media, staff commands, I think that'll be all for now. Management area, we'll do management information, management news, mod call, add in our underlines. Then we'll do management chat. I won't use lounge there because it could get a bit too long. Management media and management, CMD, short for commands. Then head office area, we'll do HO information. Head office, HO is short for head office. Let me just do this so we don't see it anymore. That's just reminding me to do that later. HO news, underlines, and then HO lounge, HO media, HO commands. Right, so that's mainly all that done. We just now need to do this bit. So server logs, ticket logs, and game logs. I'm pretty sure that is now all the channels now done. So let's move on to the next bit, which is just the channel perms, and that's probably where we'll leave it up to today. So this bit is quite simple. All we need to do is do edit, permissions, advanced, tick the first one, and then put crosses on these top 4 there, and then just click save. Now this one is about the same, to be honest. You just tick that one and cross these ones. Now, because we're going to do custom bots, management won't need to show up in that, neither will head office. So we won't need to add additional perms for that one. Next, we're just going to do this one. Again, it'll all be done by bots that we'll sort out in the future episode. So you just need to do that. This area doesn't need anything doing. Now, staff area does. It's a nice, quick, simple thing. All we need to do is click an X on that and then just add the staff role, because everybody's going to have the staff role. And click save. That's all you need to do. Except for the ones that are staff information, just put the crosses on for that. The crosses on for this one. Crosses on for this one. And then the crosses on for this one. Save. There we go. The other ones are already set up. And then you basically just repeat that for management, head office, and then leadership will do something a bit different for that. So for management, let's just edit the category to begin with. So an X on that, and then just add management. Save. Now you may ask, why don't I add in hang on, the head office role? And that's because head office will have basically different information than what management will need, and we don't want a crossover. So yeah, if in the future I believe they will need it, then I will deal with that. However, right now I think they don't. And we just do the same what we did before. These ones, because with the shift guides we're just going to put them in the same, like in the information channels for management and head office. So let's just quickly get this done. So my plan is to get this video out the same day I'm recording it. So I'm currently recording on the the 26th of November. Christmas is just around the corner, guys. So, what do you want me to do for Christmas? I was thinking I could do a short form video every single day, and it'd be like an advent calendar or something like that. However, I probably won't do that because I'm lazy. Let's move on to head office quickly. So this one we just need to add the head office role. Do that one. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section below what you want me to do this Christmas. I could possibly definitely do a video every day. It could be a live stream every single day. I just want you to tell me though what you want, so then I know that it's what everybody wants, really. If that makes sense. And then this one. So this one may have been quite boring, but it's every step we'll go through, and I'll do it all live, recorded with you guys. And then leadership area, all you have to do is click the X there, and then save. That is done. So, well done, you've created your first Discord server. However, there's more steps to it, but we'll go through them as time goes through. Now, before we do go, don't forget to add your own roles. So I'm going to add the Chief Executive Officer role to me, and leadership. Now, it hasn't put me on that bit specifically, so let's just quickly have a little look. So it should have done it, as you can see. It just hasn't yet. So let's just reload the page by pressing F5. It might take a few minutes because my internet is not the best out here. There we go. It's now done. So in the next episode, we will go through how to do the branding of it, how to make a email and custom domain, and we will probably also cover. No, I think that'll be all for that video because that'll be quite big. But yeah, if you want to leave some suggestions down in the comments below what you think the branding I've chosen for this example tutorial series is, do let me know. Now, you may be wondering, what's the point of doing this if it's just for the series? Now, actually, guys, this is what we're going to go through together. And by the end of this, I will be opening this rose store to the public, hopefully. So everybody who's watched along can work here or play it. And then we can also grow bigger. Now, I know rose stores aren't the biggest games anymore, but I want to make sure we come back up at the top and revive it. If you did enjoy watching, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss another one. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.